got some people showing up here from Mont Blanc pen. Let me give you their names. Okay, we get from Germany. Just send them straight up. I'll have the door open.
Okay, perfect.
Thanks a lot. Let's go upstairs. Welcome to Miami. Ready for this?
So who's coming from?
Well, we have the head of VP of retail, and I think one of the marketing people are bringing a one-of-a-kind pen that there's only one prototype. I saw it recently when they were touring the world with me. I said that would be a fantastic pen for me to write my Shark Tank deals with. And they said, well, it doesn't exist yet. We only have one. I said, well, that's the one I'll use. So we went through a long discussion about it. And they came to an agreement, and so I'm going to be lent it for a few months, and then I'd like to purchase it if it ever gets into production. But it's a beautiful pen. We're going to see it when they arrive. It's, you know, it's a very coveted piece. It's the only one in the world, and so let's look at it together. Very cool. I will fly with it to LA. I will write down my offers with it. I love pens. I got a big pen collection. I'll show you that too.
Are we going to do the pen thing up here, right?
Yeah, I figure we just sit at the table here.
Okay.
Which is probably the best way to do it. I mean, they're running for a flight in Fort Lauderdale, so they're going to be here like for 50 minutes, and we got to get to the handoff of the Audemars Piguet 1159, the code 1159, the first one of its kind in America. I'm buying it today at about 2 o'clock. I'm a huge watch collector. I only make good investments in watches. I try and find very rare pieces that no one else have, like this watch, you're going to see it later. Extraordinary piece. They've been designing this thing since the 70s. A lot of controversy about this watch. You know, the key is when the original AP Royal Oak came out, that's an AP Royal Oak, this octagon shape was poo-pooed by the critics. They didn't like it. It was not well received. Decades later, it's one of the most coveted watches on earth. I think the same thing is happening right now with the 1159. The code 1159, very controversial, just was introduced in Switzerland a couple of months ago. Half the crowd hated it, half the crowd loved it. Exactly what happened in 1972. I stepped up and said, I'll buy it. Because I know there's a lot of controversy around a new design. And that's what I'm betting on. I'm betting that this will become one of those coveted pieces in 20 years, and I'll own the first one. Very cool. Let's see. And this one. I got a lot of watches. And that one, that already has a red band on it. That is a 1970s circa moon watch from Omega. Very rare, beautiful piece. You want that 79 model because after that they start using plastic pieces, which I don't like. So to find now, oh yeah. This little puppy, and this beautiful Rolex clasp, is going to be featured on Shark Tank as well. So, but we need to put on it, this is a really rare Submariner. This is a diving watch with a special release valve, but with red type, so very hard to get. But I want the whole band to be red. Now, they don't make this in a stock, so I've been waiting 6 months for one of them to be manufactured in Switzerland to be put on this watch today. So when we meet Benjamin at Rubber B, it'll be the only mounting ever in the world. This will be the only watch with a red band. Now, you look at this integration. You see what matters about Rubber B is this integration where it meets the case is seamless. There's no space. It looks like this band was made for the watch because it was. This is extremely difficult to do in a manufacturing process. That's why I only use Rubber B. Isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous. I mean, that has a beautiful balance to it. What a watch.
So when did you meet Rubber B?
I started doing research about bands, and we went through a lot of work and a lot of iterations to decide which company to go with. Because I'd used other companies and I didn't like any of the stuff they did. So I met them here, I asked to meet the CEO. When I do business with a company, I want to meet the head guy. I want to start at the top. Tell them about our relationship, the relationship I want to build over the years to come, all the work I'm going to be doing with them, and I really care about my watches. So once we met, he understood my mission, we formed a relationship. He's the only company I use for my red bands. Now in the case of the watch we're going to see later, I explained what I wanted to do with Audemars Piguet. They said, no, we will go around the world to find the right leather for you, we'll match the leather, we will make a one-of-a-kind watch for you. Now I like that too. That's really cool. So this code 1159 we're going to see together is the only one-of-a-kind in the world that has a red band on it. That's going to make the watch even more valuable.
So-
Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay.
So looking at the comments in YouTube on your last...
Hey, not everybody loves it. I don't care. You have to be bold.
Right. That's what I'm getting at is, so what's the deal with the red band? Like, why red? You know, is it to fly your Canadian colors? Is it because it's a power color? Like,
No,
what is the
I
red?
wear black suits, and red and black, since the beginning of time, have been a beautiful contrast. So I want to have that accoutrement. I want that red flash, that je ne sais quoi, when I just let the collar slip. Oh, he's got the red band on. That's why I do it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Now, to do it right is very hard. So you want to match your things together. Cufflinks have to be perfect. The pen has to be right. That's why we're meeting with Mont Blanc. I want the perfect pen to match with this new code 1159. I've searched the world. There's only one pen in the world that'll do it. It's coming here today in a handoff. They flew over from Germany. We're going to meet for a few minutes. Boom, they're going to get back on the plane. But I'll have the only one of its kind, and what a fantastic union that'll be. The pen, the links, the watch, the suit, the tie pin, they all come together. And that's what makes me Mr. Wonderful. There's only one Mr. Wonderful, that's why. Now, we've got the Mont Blanc people coming over here, right? I have brought some of my Mont Blanc pieces with me because I'm trying to match the pens with the watches. How is this going to work? Which pen, which watch? These are all highly collectible watches. This is from the Beatles series. This is from James Dean, Virginia Woolf, Marilyn Monroe. This is a very classic design. So the Mont Blanc people are going to bring a rather unique pen. You're going to see it for the first time. It's a one of a kind, one of a kind. I love those. I love it spills off my lips, one of a kind. I love it.
So for the purists, let's go back to the watch. For the purists who say you're ruining that beautiful Rolex, you're ruining that beautiful AP by taking off the original band, what do you say about putting, these alternative bands on with Rubber B?
If you want to stylize a watch, and I understand the purist's point, I totally understand that, but I don't agree. I keep the original band with the case and the papers, as I should as a collector. But my point is, if I want to make an accoutrement, something unique to my collection, then I've got to do this. And for me, it's the red band. And I get everybody's, putting their point of view out, but look at the controversy. That's part of the whole idea, is to be controversial and make a statement. And look, I get people writing me, I get thousands of emails of people saying, oh, you can't put a red band on that watch. Well, I can. In fact, I even researched to the extent on this AP, this called the Jumbo, extremely rare watch, I have actually got the links made by Audemars Piguet, and I'm going to get them and show them to you, that we're going to use to integrate the red band. So it's going to be a perfect integration. So AP endorses my integration, knowing that I'm a collector. Now let me find the box. Hello?
Hello,
Come on in.
how are you?
Hi, good to see you. Please have a seat.
I went to Italy for a weekend just to get the pen because it was for a taping in Italy.
So that the pen is
Yeah,
right there too?
yeah.
And the same thing's going on there, they're not going to show it
Yeah.
in September?
Yeah.
Do you want to sit in front of your writing instruments instead
Well, I'm
of
going to
me?
move them.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I mean, I carry a bunch of Mont Blancs on the road. You know all these pens.
Yeah, I do.
Because because I'm always shooting television and I use different pens for different. This is actually one of my favorite.
Ah,
The Virginia Wolf,
Yeah. And this is, yeah, the heritage.
I also like this one just for the
Marilyn.
shape of it, the Marilyn
Yeah.
Monroe. But you know, people are always asking me, what is that? What is that? I mean, you guys have done a really good job branding these things.
Indeed,
Yes.
Yeah,
indeed.
it's amazing.
And you have your Beatles collection
Yeah,
next to your
I
James
lost this
Dean.
for 2 days, and I was freaking out. I left it in another city. I was in 3 cities in 1 day. This is a fantastic television watch. It's so distinctive. And I will use it for a couple of the episodes because it's so interesting on camera. You know, and people are always intrigued going back to a nib. And you also made a special ink for it.
For the Beatles.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a bunch
Most
of
of our writing instruments that we have, that's a limited edition collection, we make the ink that's a special color to go with the writing
That's
instrument.
nice. It's a great idea.
So it complements.
Yeah.
Same thing with, yeah,
And
you have the Beatles.
for heritage is very nice the idea because, as you said, we created this big emblem, but it was originally
This pattern existed in the 40s.
right side. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think what I find about it is so functional. I mean, this is one of my favorites as well. You know, you get to know the pens after you work with them for almost a year or so. They have different personalities.
Completely.
Yeah, I agree.
And it depends on the mood that you're in that you want to write with a
Yeah, it's
particular
true,
writing
it's true.
instrument.
Lately, I've been really enjoying this because it's also a great television watch, and it's such a bold
Yeah, the
statement.
color.
Beautiful color. Matches the red
And not
bands,
the
and you
red,
get
yeah.
the red intrigue.
And if you had a little, the red hair.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm definitely going to do that. I want to show you something. I just won this year. I just received it today.
Wow.
The top reality TV villain.
No!
2 million votes from around the world. I'm very proud of this.
Wow.
I've got
As
4
you should
Emmys,
be.
but this one I really care about.
As you should be.
Isn't that amazing? So let's see
Okay.
this fantastic pen for a moment.
Absolutely.
Because I remember it was, when I looked at the collection that day, this is the one that really spoke
Stood
to me.
out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's a very functional design. It's not so crazy that you know, it's too striking, but it's a perfect blend of colors. All right.
Thanks.
When you touch a piece like this, you have to wear gloves. There's no question about it.
Yes. Writing instruments.
Yes. A writing instrument.
We don't
I
call
can-
them a pen. You know,
I
this
call
is
them art myself. I think they're absolutely
Yes.
beautiful. It's great.
In Mont Blanc, if you speak about pen, they can kill you.
Yes, exactly. So,
Now, this is the only one in the world right now?
correct.
Yes.
Wow.
So, here we go.
Look at that.
Yes, give me, sorry, I'm gonna hand it over to you. But we limited to 88 pieces.
88. And I have my eye on number 13, as you know.
Correct.
So-
And, good news,
I got it?
you got it.
When will I actually
very
get,
difficult.
when will it be ready? September?
Yes, that's what we are pushing for.
Yeah. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, it's going to look gorgeous on set.
It
There's
really
no question
is.
because it just reflects light so beautifully.
The craftsmanship that's with this writing instrument, and as you just showed the nib,
Yeah.
you have the on the nib.
Yeah. That is absolutely spectacular. Yeah, I love that. My goodness. I will, of course, take care of it. There's no question about it.
Thank you. I'm sure. I
Now,
have no doubt in my mind.
ink-wise, is there a Mont Blanc boutique in Rodeo Drive in LA?
Yes, in Bev Center, not on
Bev Center.
Rodeo.
Bev Center?
Yes.
Okay, because I have to pick up some ink and I can't fly with ink.
No, you can't. If you would like, if you provide me with the address where you're going to be, I'll have something FedExed.
That would
if
be
somebody
great
would be
to
there.
send it.
Okay.
So,
We'll take the address
yeah,
after.
yeah, that'd be great. So I have some ink there, and I'll start writing with it on Wednesday.
Very good.
Come to set.
Very good.
That's spectacular.
Yeah.
All right.
The diamond.
What would you say the retail value of that writing instrument is?
This particular is 34,500.
Not inexpensive, but well worth it.
Absolutely.
When there'll only be 88 of them in the world. Why 88? What's the reason for 88?
Lucky number.
Ah, yeah. I think 13's a lucky number. That's great. We'll be in touch.
Yes, for
I'll
sure.
let you know. I'll send you some pics from the
I
site.
would love to, and then I'll share it with Jean-Luc.
Subscribe to my channel. You know what happens? You'll be dead to me.